Hey guys, my name's Charlie, and I'm coming to you today as uh, the Pennsylvania or PA grain farmer. I'm making this video because what I'm trying to do is, with it, is to launch my channel, and I'm providing this video, which I guess is more of what they call a talking head video. Uh, I'm providing it as a way to allow you to get to know me a little bit, what I'm about, what my farm operation is like, and what I plan to do with this channel. I'm coming to you from uh, our family farm here in western Pennsylvania. The farm has been in the family for about 72 years. My dad and my grandfather bought it in 1949, and they moved here in 1950. And my parents were then married in 1952, which is when my mother moved here. And of course, I was born a few years after that. So the farm has been in the family for, well, I'm the third generation. Um, we've always raised the typical crops for this area, which is basically corn, oats, hay, bale some straw, and we were dairy farmers. From the time I was little, I've always had a love affair with farming. It was something that it's all I ever wanted to do. And I was able to start helping. Well, I guess I was pressed into service when I was about 5 years old. My dad was baling hay and needed help. And at that time, there was no bale thrower. We had an Oliver 77 tractor and an Oliver, I believe it was a 50 or a 60 baler. And so he had the stack. So he put me on the tractor, and all I had to do was hold the steering wheel straight. He let me drive on the straight stretches, and then when it came to making a turn at the end of the windrow, he would jump off the wagon, get on the tractor with me, make the turn, and then run back to the wagon again for the next row. And all I had to do was hold the steering wheel straight. So it started with that, and as I grew, my responsibilities became greater. I was doing more with the field work. I was taking care of cattle. As I got older, I began to milk, help with the milking and everything. And all that continued through my high school and even through my college years. So whenever I got out of college, my parents had wanted me to go so I'd have basically a backup to farming in case the farming didn't work out. But when I was graduating, I got a really good job offer, and so I took it. So throughout my life until just recently, I've done both. I've had the off-the-job farm, or I'm sorry, off-the-farm job, as well as doing the farming as well. Uh, in the 1980s, when I was, early in my career, in the mid 80s, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and we could see that he was not going to be able to do much milking or some of the farm work. So at that point, about 1987, we sold the dairy cattle and started to raise beef. We raised some Holstein steers. People in our area seem to like that lean meat. So we did that for a couple of years, and then unfortunately he passed away in 1989, which left me to do the farming all on my own, which basically I've done ever since then, other than with a little bit of help that I would get from high school kids when we were baling square bales of hay and things like that. So I went on and did the raised crops and raised the dairy beef until 1998. And at that point, my two sons were pretty young. It was taking a lot of time away from them. So I realized that the cattle just wasn't something I was going to be able to sustain. So in 98, I sold all the cattle and went completely just to raising crops. And so again, I've raised corn and oats and hay and baled straw. And in the last 2 years, I've been raising some soybeans as well. Uh, this farming operation is relatively small compared to most farms out there these days. Although the farm is bigger, the farmable acres here are about 106. I farm it using, I guess, what a lot of people would call classic equipment. My newest tractor is from 1986, and the next newest one after that is from 1967. So it's all older equipment, but the thing is, it's all paid for, and it all works. I take care of it. I try to maintain it. And to be honest, I enjoy doing things the old way. I am, um, I guess you'd say, an old school, old-fashioned farmer. For example, I don't do any no-till. Not that I have anything against it or people that do it, that's fine. But, for me, I enjoy doing things the old way, and I think there are benefits. So I moldboard plow everything, and people tell me when they come here that it's like going back to the 70s and 80s again, and maybe into the 90s to see how farming used to be done. So that's, I guess, kind of what I hope to preserve, partly with this channel, is the way things were done on the farm a little earlier in history. But again, my equipment is it's all older equipment. I primarily farm with Oliver tractors, although I do have a white 2110 as my primary tillage tractor. And then the other equipment is a variety of different makes and brands. What I hope to do with my channel is really three things. One, I hope to continue to make connections that I've made on YouTube, which was done simply by watching other people's videos and commenting and receiving comments back. I've enjoyed that farming community, and I thought, maybe there would be something that I can contribute. So there'll be videos of me working on some of my equipment. Now, I'm not an expert mechanic like some of the guys that are there. I don't know how much you'll learn from me, but it might be something interesting for people to watch. In addition to that, I also plan to do some videos of the farming operation itself once we can get back out and do field work in the spring. And I thought that might be interesting to people. What you're not going to see on this channel is me asking for money. There are a number of channels that I visited where, people basically have come right out and asked for donations, or they're selling all kinds of merchandise in an attempt to make money. And that's not what this channel is for. I consider myself to be just an honest and, genuine farmer. And whether I make money or not, for those who make money off of YouTube, that's fine. But that's not my purpose from being here. So if I ever have enough viewers to make any money from ads, that's fine. But if I don't, I'm not worried about it. If I ever get any money from ads, I'll just enjoy, being here and being connected to everybody else. There are a lot of people on YouTube that I really enjoy and admire and look forward to their videos, like Bandit Farmer and Soybean Farmer and his cousin Scott and Bame Farms, and there are quite a few like that. And I'm really looking forward to being an even more part of that farming community. So I don't know that this channel is going to be for everybody, but I hope that you'll give it a chance, and maybe you will learn something, maybe you'll enjoy what you see me doing, and I hope that we'll be able to have an enjoyable journey together. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I plan to do, at least at first, probably about a video a week. And I think the way I'm going to start is by going over some of my equipment. Maybe do a video on each of my several Oliver tractors and my white, and then some of the bigger pieces of equipment. And then maybe we'll start to get into some videos on fixing things, and then eventually field work. So just be patient with me, because I'm just starting this out, and I'm new at it, and it's going to take some time for me to get into the swing of things. So I'm just going to try to ease into it. So with that, I'll sign off. I hope that you'll subscribe. I hope you'll hit the like button. If you don't think this channel's for you, I'm sorry I wasted your time. And, there are many other choices out there, but if you are maybe intrigued a little bit by what you've heard so far, then please come back. So this is Pennsylvania Grain Farmer saying, see you next time.